Okay, I just want to say that before I actually have these shoes, like I had to go buy them. And I spent all this time uh, choosing these shoes. And I wanted to make an investment in these shoes. And not just a financial investment, but an emotional investment. So, because I want to love them. I want to love the shoes, okay? So now I have these shoes and I'm really, really excited about them. And now I want to share all of that emotion with my friend because I really want them to be just as excited about these shoes that I am. So what I would be doing was be trying to transfer that specific emotion towards them so they might receive that information and be just as excited as I am because really that's the goal. So one of the ways that I am going to transfer all of this would be in the way that I say it. So I'm really going to have to watch things like my pitch, my intonation, my tempo, a lot of prosodic behavior within this transference. And one of the specific things that you do is with facial expressions, because it's like an audience relationship. If this child is my audience, or my friend, sorry, my friend is my audience, I want to let them see the excitement that I have over these shoes. Because if I can be excited, then they can be excited. They need to see that I want this to happen. So you have to be invested in the moment for this transference to go because you're not just going to be your words, it's going to be your physicality. It's going to be all about presentation in this moment. So, one of the main things I would need to do would be to heighten my pitch, to elongate my use of words, and speak in a very rhythmic pattern, along with gesturing of maybe leaning in to the child a little more. So this way the child may instinctively know that communication is about to happen. And we can assume that this is a logical way due to like the innateness hypothesis that language is already genetically encoded within us. So we can take advantage of that hypothesis and assume that the baby will know that we are trying to communicate with basic things. So when it comes to my friend, I would not approach my friend with my new shoes and say, guess what I bought today? Because this is already just, it just sounds like there's nothing to really interpret from those things, especially if you don't understand language. So you would have to combine all the things I just spoke of and lean in and go, guess what I bought today? So I've used all of those inflections and everything to transfer the emotions that I'm having about these shoes because I want the my friend to truly understand just how unbelievably excited I am about this purchase. So if I can be excited about it, then my friend can be excited about it as well. So one of the main things I have to really learn with my friend is that I really need to initiate a response from them. And how can I initiate this response? If I just go up to my friend and I'm like, hey, bought some shoes, they're really not going to care. They're not going to even realize that I'm talking to them, probably. It's a late night. But if I present it in a manner in which I have information that you want, then it creates an interest and it creates a focus, and that's what connects me to the friend, which creates that communication chain. So instead of saying "Guess what I bought," I have to lean in and go, "Guess what I bought today," and then this will relay to my friend that I am speaking directly to them because my friend really needs to know that I'm speaking directly to them, because they're honestly they're not that bright, really immature. But hey, you know, take them. And one of the things that we kind of know scientifically about my friend's brain is that when I speak in rhythmic patterns with ones, if I said like, gay pride's coming and look at my shoes, then there's these electrical impulses that are happening within the brain that are matching because these are rhythmic pulses as well. So science has really shown us the benefit to help my friend understand that these shoes are these shoes. So if I can match the bouncy nature of my friend's brain impulses with bouncy vocalizations coming from me, we're going to create a synchronicity between those two things, which in turn would start to make sense of everything. Like why these shoes are so important for the big day. This bouncy nature, it really creates optimal input for the brain because my friend needs a lot of input to understand what's going on. It's the way he is. I don't judge. It's just people have their quirks. So if you want optimal input to happen, you're going to have to almost mirror that bouncy quality that's already happening within the brain impulses. And that's how we connect them. So one of the main things that we are really gaining with this optimal input is creating acoustical landmarks that gives the brain something to lock onto so the speech process can continue with processing speech. So one of the things I would really like to do right now would be to give a demonstration of that conversation so we could see what does work and what doesn't work uh, within the context of the information that I've given so far. Okay? So the first thing I would need to do is to let you know that my friend's name is Aiden, and I'm going to ask Aiden if about my shoes just to see how he responds to it. Aiden, guess what I did today? I bought shoes. Uh, As you can see, due to the prosodic nature of my tone, Aiden was unresponsive. But let's try again. Aiden, guess what I got? I got some shoes. What? Yes. Who got some shoes? Shoes? So what we're seeing is when I use these prosodic tones with elongating, with pitch, with intonations, it's creating a response with Aiden. So now, also what is happening, we've created this acoustical landmark within the brain, within Aiden's brain. So when Aiden hears shoes, oh my God, shoes! That is the response that we receive.